Welcome to This Explainer. If you help lead a STEM program in higher education, you are undoubtedly navigating a critical challenge right now. The question isn't whether to adopt generative AI, but rather how to do so responsibly. Across universities, there is an ongoing discussion about integrating these rapidly emerging capabilities. However, a responsible framework demands that your institutional strategy dictates which tools you adopt, and not the other way around. Let's look at why.
The rapid expansion of generative AI is absolutely undeniable. Right now, we are seeing tools that support critical academic functions, ranging from writing and tutoring to complex coding, simulation, data analysis, and research synthesis. While many of these applications offer clear pedagogical and organizational value, a fundamental principle must remain intact. The mere availability of a tool should never determine your institution's strategic direction.
Section 1. The risk of tool-led adoption. When adoption is driven merely by what technology happens to be available, the result is institutional fragmentation. What does that actually look like? Well, adoption patterns become reactive and scattered. You might see separate departments implementing disjointed applications without shared guidance. This creates highly inconsistent expectations across different courses. It leads to uneven access for students, the costly duplication of resources, unclear disclosure norms, and ultimately a very weak ability to evaluate the technology's true impact on learning. To fix this, a strategic paradigm shift is required. We must abandon the flawed starting point of asking which AI tools should we adopt. Instead, the foundation of any coherent strategy relies on a much better question. What academic and institutional priorities should generative AI help us strengthen? Reframing the discussion this way is essential for building a responsible ecosystem.
Section 2. Priority areas in STEM.
Clarifying those priorities ensures that any application is rigorously evaluated against specific criteria. For example, academic priorities like conceptual understanding, problem-solving, and laboratory preparation must align directly with institutional priorities, such as faculty development and responsible governance. Consequently, our evaluation criteria must measure pedagogical value, technical reliability, ethical implications, and disciplinary alignment. We simply cannot view these tools as generic productivity solutions.
This is especially crucial in the sciences, where protecting academic integrity requires a robust, STEM-specific verification culture. AI can effectively support learning, coding, modeling, and explanation, but it cannot replace methodological understanding. Our students must still possess the capacity to reason and test. They must reproduce results, justify their technical decisions, and rigorously defend their work. Any integration of AI must strengthen, not bypass, this culture of empirical validation.
Section 3. Avoiding two extremes.
As we build this framework, institutional leaders must navigate between two problematic extremes. The first is tool enthusiasm without coherence. This happens when we see rapid technological expansion while vital policies, assessment practices, and quality assurance mechanisms remain deeply underdeveloped. The second extreme is excessive caution without constructive implementation. If we broadly restrict AI, we fail to prepare our students for the AI-augmented professional environments they will inevitably enter. A priority-led strategy strikes the exact balance needed between institutional coherence and constructive preparation.
Ultimately, the central principle of responsible integration is exactly this. Technology should serve academic judgment, not replace it. We must select and govern these applications strictly according to the educational, scientific, and professional purposes they support.
The insights explored in this explainer are drawn from the book Assimilating Generative AI in STEM Higher Education, Institutional Models, Pedagogical Transformation, and University Industry Alignment by Dr. Yaron Ghilay. For higher education leaders, this framework is an invaluable resource for mapping out your strategy. As you consider your next steps, we leave you with this final thought. Is your institution simply adopting tools, or are you strategically advancing your academic priorities? Thank you for joining us today.